education. Kids are back into the full swing of school, and how do you know when they need a tutor? Well, Melissa Mort from Huntington Learning Center is here with some ideas on that. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Well, let's get right to it. What are some of the, what's the big signal that your kids need somehow? We'll get into the specifics, but, you know, does it take them coming to you?
Taking them coming to you, probably not likely. The bigger thing you have to pay attention to is the other signs and symptoms and behavioral changes. Lack of confidence, for example, is typically a big sign.
Okay, so you say signs that your child needs tutoring help. The teacher expresses some concerns.
The teacher is the one that's with your child day in and day out. So if they're coming to you with concerns, you want to pay attention. They're the ones who are seeing any behavioral changes, any frustrations or drops in grades. So typically that's a red flag.
And you mentioned loss of confidence. Is this expressed in, oh, I can't do it, or I mean, how do they express that lack of confidence?
That's exactly typically what you see. That I don't want to, I can't kind of attitude coming into play. They start negative self-talk, getting down on themselves, and those are things that are big flags.
Okay, how about they're there for hours and hours trying to do something. Takes too long.
At Huntington, that's a lot of what we hear when parents are coming in, is that homework is turning into a 3 or 4 or 5 hour event every night. All that does is lead to more frustration. So if that's what's happening, then it may be that the work is too difficult for them, and you maybe need to look at getting some outside help.
Yeah, and in most schools too, they're going to tell you that homework should take this amount of time. I know, you know, this is I get them 70 minutes a night, or 60 minutes, or 10 minutes. So you should be able to get an idea from the teacher.
Absolutely.
Okay. Changes to their behaviors and attitudes.
A lot of times you'll start seeing that they're distracted, they're unfocused. They get that unwillingness to try. We got to pay attention to behaviors as symptoms and not the cause of the bigger issue. And
family stress, how does that contribute to it all?
Well, it goes back into that homework time. When you're spending 3 or 4 or 5 hours a night, it leads to more frustration for the parent, goes back to the child, and you get stuck in this cycle. And sometimes you need to take a step back and get some outside help so that it doesn't start to impact the family relationship.
Okay, and you know what? I think there's always one parent that's better at it. I was never the good, I was the bad parent when it came to the homework. You know, not the patient one. You know, you have to figure out which parent is best for helping with the homework.
Sure, family dynamic definitely plays a big role, but at the end of the day, they're still mom and dad, and so sometimes you still need to take a step back.
All right.